Alright, so I'm gonna try and explain factoring to everybody that doesn't understand how to do it. It's really simple, and if you do it this way using factor boxes, it makes it a whole lot easier. So for the first problem, we're gonna do x squared plus 7x plus 6. So here's our problem right here. So we want to find something that adds up to 7 and multiplies by 6. And this one's pretty simple. It would be 6 and 1 positives. And now if we do this factor box, so we draw this little factor box right here, we can put this x squared here in this top box, and it always goes here. This always first term goes here. Then this last one, the 6, goes in this bottom box, and this 6 always goes in here. And then our 6 and 1 go here, here, and here. And then since this x has an extra 2 x's, it shares it to this x and this x. And then we just want to find common factors with that. So like here, we go up and across and across. So for 6 and 6x, what's common with it? It's 6. 1x and x squared, what's common with it? It's the x. 6x and x squared, what's common is the x. And 6 and 1x, what's common? It's 1. So then we can take these numbers and make it x plus 6, and that's our first one, and x plus 1. And then that's factored and to become this when you multiply it. Now, for another problem using factor boxes, we're going to do 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. And it's for the same thing, but we always want to look for a GCF when we do this. So GCF. And if there's not a GCF, we skip it. But since this one has an extra 2, we want to multiply the 2 and the negative 3. And that gets negative 6. Now we want something that multiplies to negative 6, multiplies by negative 6, and adds to 5, which is 6 and 1. 6 and 1. One of those are negatives. It's going to be the 1. The 1 is a negative, since 6 minus 1 will be 5. So then, if we do our factor box, we put this 2x squared here, we put this negative 3 here, negative 1 up here, and 6 here, share the x's, and then we want to find common factors. So this one has 2x, this one has just x, this has 3 in common, and this one has 1 in common, but also it's negative here too, and that would go up here. But also, for another rule, if these negatives are touching this outside box here, or this outside box out here, then this negative has a disease and gives it to this negative here. It's giving us 2x minus 1 and x plus 3. And let's just do one real quick with a GCF. So 10x squared plus 100x plus 250. So then we want to find a GCF. Like I said, GCF is always the first step. And we can find that this has a GCF of 10. So 10 can be pulled out. So 10 divided by 10 is just 1 x squared. 100 divided by 10 is 10 with the x. And then 10 divided by 250 is 25, I think. Yes. Don't hurt me. I think it is 250 divided by 10, it's 25, I was right. Oh yeah, because it's at 0. So then we want to then just find factors for these two. So we want to find something that multiplies to 25 and adds to 10. And that's 5 and 5. So when we do our factor box for this one, move this up a little bit, we want to x squared, 25, and we said it was 5 and 5. So 5 goes here, 5 goes here, x and x. And then find common factors. So this one has x, this one has x, this one has 5, and this one has 5. And this one is simple, but we want to make sure we pull this 10 back here, x plus 5 for these two, and then the same thing, x plus 5. So I hope that helps doing these factor boxes. They're very simple. They're just a little thing, and make sure you use these techniques for it, because it will really help you get A's on your test.